What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Maple Leafs making a trade for a defenseman. I want you guys to sound off in the comments whether or not you think that this is a good trade, but the Leafs have acquired Joel Edmundson, so we're going to get right into this. Sorry for the no intro and edits and stuff like that in this. I'm actually getting ready for my other job right now, so if you guys are new, make sure to like this video and subscribe, join the roster. I'd love to have you guys here. But yes, the Leafs have acquired another defenseman, and I went on Twitter and I said that I didn't like this trade. Now, again, people are going to be all up in arms, but we're going to talk about it in this. I don't like the assets given up. Again, I don't mind the player that much, but I'm not a big fan of giving up a third and a fifth for this player. So the Maple Leafs acquire defenseman Joel Edmundson from the Washington Capitals, who will retain 50% of his salary for a third-round pick and a 2025 fifth-round pick. So basically, there's this little spiel here about basically everything that I just said, talking about his age and how many points he has and all that stuff, and we'll get into that. But he's 30. He's not old by any stretch. So again, it's another depth add, and for a lot of people, they're looking at this, and there's people that really hate this. There's people that really like this. I'm kind of in the middle, and the reason I'm saying that is because, again, you're giving up a third and a fifth for a left-handed shot defenseman. Unless the Leafs are planning on not using Giordano or they're trading somebody, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Now, the Leafs did just put Connor Timmins on LTIR, so it looks like he hasn't really recovered from mono, and they don't expect him to recover anytime soon. So that $1.1 million is on LTIR, and I believe that they made a roster move, or they're going to be making a roster move to have Lagesson put on non-roster waivers. So we'll have to look into that. Again, by the time you're watching this video, maybe something else has happened. But the reason why I kind of don't like this is, like I said, is the acquisition cost was a little bit high. And we're going to look at some numbers here in a second. But he is physical, but he doesn't do a ton of other things than really hit people. And for the Leafs, if they were acquiring a guy that's a right-handed shot that can kill penalties, like a Lyubushkin type deal, that makes sense. But they're not going to be having Edmundson kill penalties because they already have guys that are doing that. They're not having him on the power play. And again, he's a left-handed shot, and the Maple Leafs, unless they remove a couple lefties from their lineup, there's no real reason for him to be acquired. Now, we'll take a look here at some tweets from Jay Fresh. And I know some people like just, the eye test, not, a card like this, but you can see his offense has actually been kind of decent this year, but his defense hasn't been very good. Now, they did get him for a cheap cap hit because, as you can see, he'll only come in at $875K, which, again, that's pretty solid for depth. That's not too bad, but there's a lot of lefties here, and of course we're lacking righties because now Timmins is also on LTIR, right? So Klingberg and Timmins both out for the year. Giordano still on the IR, but when he comes back, you're still having an abundance of lefties. We have 6 lefties on this team. Now, I know McCabe can play over here, and they've been kind of running something similar to this, but I don't know who you're going to take out in favor of playing Joel Edmundson. But again, we'll go back to this here. I want to show you guys something. So again, right here, it's showing his defensive stats. This guy literally cannot get the puck out of his own zone. He's at 5-on-5. He virtually is if you're an offensive player playing against him in the offensive zone, he's not going to get the puck out. He's going to just hit people. He's going to push people around out front of the net, which is fine, but you need to get that puck out of the zone. Entry denial rate is only 24%, which isn't really good. Success rate 9%. Passes isn't bad, but again, there's not a lot of good on here. It's just a little bit puzzling. But again, I don't mind the physicality. I don't mind how his cap hit's gonna come in less than 900K. There's no problem with that. But the Leafs need right shot defensemen, and they need guys that they can bring in that are going to make an impact rather than, guys that you can't really trust him killing penalties. You can't really trust him. You're not going to play him on a power play. his 5-on-5 defensive play hasn't been good. But in the playoffs, again, when the rules kind of go out the window, we'll see if they play Edmundson because he's physical. And if they want, to throw him out there every once in a while to rough up somebody in front of the net, or, throw a hit in the corner that, maybe will keep guys away from the net, that's good. And again, I like the physicality. The Leafs need those guys. Now with Lyubushkin in there, you've got Benoit, McCabe. They've got physicality, and now you have Edmundson on top of that. But that's if he plays. I still want the Leafs to go out there and get more, and it seems like they're going to. Like, again, I still think the Leafs have an opportunity to trade a couple of their defensemen, depth, and maybe even TJ Brody, and acquire bigger pieces. But we'll have to see what happens from now until the deadline tomorrow, which I will have more videos coming out. It's just, again, this trade happened, so I'm glad I didn't do my preview yet, because I am going to be doing a trade deadline preview. So if you want to see more from me, there's going to be a lot more videos coming out, especially for tomorrow. But I want you guys to tell me, and we can discuss this maybe a little bit right now. Do you like this trade? Do you hate the trade? Do you wish that they did something else? What are you looking for tomorrow? Do you think that they're going to end up trading for more defensemen? Do you think they're going to go after a forward? There's been talks that they've kicked tires on Tyler Toffoli. So again, if the Leafs can grab another defenseman, like let's say they are able to, they trade TJ Brody, which again, I'm still kind of on the fence about, because if you want depth defensemen and you have somebody like TJ Brody as your depth, that changes a lot, because he's still good in a lesser role. Like if they trade Brody, that's $5 million that you have in open space, but then you have to spend more assets. And again, that's the reason why I'm a little bit puzzled with this Edmundson trade, because now you've given up 2 more picks, and it's a guy that I'm not even sure how much he's going to play, because the Leafs already have 6 guys better than him. And that's just the truth, unfortunately. Like, we don't necessarily need Edmundson, but if he shows up in the playoffs and is physical and it works for the Leafs and we start being a little bit more physical because of him, then this is a good move. But again, we have to see. I just don't like the acquisition cost. I wish it was a little bit cheaper. It's probably because of the retention, but still, a 3rd and a 5th for a guy that can't get the puck out of his own zone is a little bit concerning. So let me know what you guys think down below. If you are new here, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Join the squad. I'd love to have you guys here. Leave whatever you guys think is going to happen in the comments. Again, you're going to hear from me a lot within the next day or so. A Maple Leafs trade deadline preview will probably upload in the morning, or maybe late at night. We'll see, depending on when I get off of work, which is probably going to be around midnight. So hopefully I'll see you guys then. I love and appreciate you guys as always, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.